Hello, and welcome to my presentation about the use of multimedia in games for learning. I'm Tess Walston, and I'll be going over the benefits, difficulties, and best practices for designing video, animation, simulations, and educational games. For decades, multimedia tools have been used to enhance the learning process by allowing learners to visualize concepts that may be difficult to understand through text or lecture alone. The use of videos to teach us things is not a new concept. A lot of people today use YouTube to search how to complete a task or learn more about a subject. And watching videos activates the same part of our brain that are activated when we actually do things. So including videos in your instruction is a great way to enhance your lesson. Animations have a lot of the same benefits as videos. And animations are sometimes better than videos because they can show concepts that aren't visual to the human eye, and they can leave out distracting details that a video may contain. For example, this animation shows two atoms bonding, which cannot be seen with the naked eye, so it helps us visualize what the atoms are doing. In this example of how to tie a tie, the animation does not show the person and their hands, which allows the audience to focus just on the tie. Simulations and games allow learners to have a more hands-on approach to their learning compared to videos and animations. For example, PhET simulations allow students to interact with science and math concepts in a way that videos and animations do not allow. While multimedia has a lot of benefits, there are some difficulties that come along with it. Sometimes when designers are creating multimedia resources, they get so carried away with making it fun and engaging that they might neglect the learning objectives. Designers may put too much focus on the competition or winning, and that can distract the audience from focusing on the content that they should be learning. Designers might try to make the resource too fantastical, which makes it harder for the audience to relate the concepts to real-world phenomena. The learning objective should be at the forefront of the designer's mind while creating multimedia. Just because learners are having fun and engaging in the resource doesn't mean that they are internalizing any of the information. Next, I'll discuss some design strategies that we can keep in mind to avoid those difficulties and enhance the benefits. To support the universal design for learning, the multimedia created needs to be able to reach all users. To effectively use audio, designers should avoid background sounds that may distract the learner, like background music. They should use acoustic cues, for example, using a ding to show learners that they have successfully completed a task, or a buzz when they get something wrong. Designers should watch for tangents. You may get carried away about a topic, but that could make the audience lose focus on the learning goals. Designers should embrace narration of videos and animation because hearing someone talk helps the listener interpret images and texts that are on the screen. To effectively use video and animation, designers should stick to relevant video. Some videos may be fun or interesting, but they could distract the audience member from the learning goals. Videos should be segmented and customized for the web, meaning if your video contains multiple parts, the viewer should be able to easily jump to any section of the video. Using visual cues, such as highlighting, zooming, and other animations, help the viewer know what to focus on. If you're using motion, make sure to use the motion sparingly. On this slide, I have some animation, and even that could be distracting. If I had a different animation for each bullet point, this slide would be overwhelming to look at. So always keep in mind, is this motion enhancing the learning process? To effectively use simulations and games, designers should always design with the learning goals in mind and not get carried away with how fun or competitive the game is. Optimizing visuals for clarity includes reducing distractions, guiding the learner's attention, and promoting visual perception and thinking. The learning should be contextualized. People learn best when they can apply new information to a real world scenario. And something that designers sometimes forget to do is embed useful feedback into the simulations and games. If the learner makes a wrong choice in a game, it should be met with a consequence that is more than just text that says that answer is incorrect. This provides the user with a more authentic learning experience. Next, I'll summarize what we've learned in this video and then pose some questions. Mayer's cognitive theory of multimedia learning shows us that reducing distractions and relating to prior knowledge are the two most important things to consider when choosing multimedia for learning. Integrating prior knowledge is what brings the new information from the working memory into the long-term memory. As you reflect on the information provided in this video, I would like you to think about a few questions. How do you currently incorporate videos, animations, and simulations in your line of work? What are some difficulties that you have faced when using multimedia for learning, as a teacher or a student? And do you think there are times when using multimedia could be more effective than hands-on analog activities? Here are my references if you'd like to learn more about Mayer's cognitive theory of multimedia learning, or if you would like more information on design strategies for learning experiences.